Okay, I'm in New Babbage, which is a steampunk region of Second Life, and if you've been in Second Life, it's quite a famous one. And we're going to have a quick skate around here. Now, if you're not sure what steampunk is, and I'm not 100% sure, but it's sort of around the late Victorian age, I believe. And it's about a lot of engineering projects and mechanics. And this is an old region in Second Life. It's been here a long time with a community that have built up the region. Oh my god, where have I gone? The community who built up the region. And there's some stunning builds and architecture, and it's not all res yet, of course. But we can see there's statues, a wax museum, there's shops, stores, living quarters here. And all in all, it's a very atmospheric area. Now, I've turned the sound off because I'm worried about there might be something on the soundtrack that's not suitable for a video. But here we see it's in an industrial setting, and I've left the wind light settings on the default. It's a very grey setting we get here. And here are Ying Industries are here. There's some builds that are reflecting that sort of era. It's a sort of adventurous place, adventurous type setting. You could have some ideas on how to get some clocks running and some engineering ideas. But this is a joint venture. What's impressive about this is they've got a great community here, and as I say, they've been going for a long time, and they throw events and parties, and they're all very much into the theme. It's 100% voluntary role play, so you know you're not going to get thrown out if you don't want to join in the role play. And it's just so beautifully atmospheric. And some of the creators I know, and they're quite well known in Second Life, and some of them I'm not so sure about. But they all contribute, and you know this is the sort of thing you can do in virtual worlds. You can build up a themed type setting. You can imagine going 20,000 leagues under the sea, or popping off to the Explorers Club whilst other people are hard at work, creating a very smoggy setting. This is the sort of area you would expect to see a pea super, and then now and again you get some more modern looking stuff. And here we can see Bedlam in Babbage. The 60s. So this is a region that's set well before the 60s, but obviously one of the beauties of virtual worlds is you can just change your theme for certain parties. Just reminds you it's virtual and not actually real. Now I want to avoid the tram because it might run me over. I'm trying to find some of the earlier other areas here. Now ahead, this hasn't rezzed yet, so I don't know if that's another region or not, but it's slowly coming in. We're certainly down by the dock type of area, so it might be. There's a lot of warehouses down this way, and a lot of industry, and a lot of I should have got on the tram. It might have been easier to get around. Now up here we see sort of steampunky type airship. I'm just going to sneak up here, up these stairs. Oh no, not this way. I think I might have crossed a region here. I think this is getting more what the sort of steampunk theme is about. Going here, we see inventions, devices, and that there. I can't see that ship very well still, but it's certainly there in the sky. I can get back out here. I'm going to go back up the stairs. No, yes, it's a bit wobbly in places. So this is now a bit more industrial. There we go, look. the sort of ship you would see at Fantasy Fair. That looks like the Fantasy Fair ship. I'm not sure how it's got to New Babbage. But it's a there's a few different regions here. This isn't all one region. It's people put together and help to pay the bills, sell their wares, generally enjoy themselves, which is what Second Life is all about. Contrary to popular belief that nobody does anything there, or it still doesn't exist. And here we have an interesting looking monument. Oh, place for a cup of tea, which is always welcome. I think I'm on wine tonight because it's Easter. And here we go, more statues. Now, the thing in Second Life, sometimes everything doesn't res as quickly as you would like, and res means the scene renders. So I should apologise, people are not familiar. And here we have a monument to the New Babbage Aethanauts. Who thought of an aircraft, and this looks a bit Lovecraft inspired. Now, and one of the things that doesn't always render quickly as you would like in Second Life is the signs. So the word in there hasn't come through as quickly as what you would like. But that's because there's a lot of textures loading in the scene at the same time. The better graphics card you have, the faster the textures load. It's important in the virtual world. If you're a creator of virtual goods, you should try and avoid people having to have too many textures load at once. And this looks like the Globe Theatre, actually. Is this the Globe Theatre? Has that moved to New Babbage as well? This looks... I'm not sure if that's supposed to be here. I was trying to find Loki Elliott's shop, but I don't know where it's... See, this is a big region, and I can't remember where Loki Elliott's shop is. Now there's the Brunel Hall, obviously. It's quite a big inventor. Inventors are quite an important theme of this area. And these grey textures here, this means that my textures haven't loaded onto my video card yet, so I think we won't go back. I could be at a region crossing. As I'm in maze mode, I'm not actually checking to see. So, hotel, tram tracks, balloons, and lots more. Now, if you come here yourself, rather than speed walk around like I have for this little video, I would suggest that you take your time, because it's a lot of interesting stuff here. And it really does deserve to be seen. Oh. Now there's a sort of place that very welcoming to any visitor. I'll come back here after I finish the video. If we go up here, just come to the other side of the garden. So we'll go back. Oh, it's Victor Martin. Okay, Victor's quite well known in Second Life as well. So this is more of a public setting. Maybe you'd expect a little less industry in this part of the region. Now I'm trying to work out if I can get up the top there. This is a graveyard, which always helps. And again, this texture hasn't get loaded. See, I might be loading. And this is what happens in Second Life, as you can see, things are slowly coming into view. This doesn't happen everywhere, and obviously it depends where you've been. And if you've loaded the textures before, they'll load more easily next time you're here. But I don't want to hang around the graveyard too much. I'm trying to find where the shops are. I know there's a row of shops somewhere here. Last time I was here. We might well find them. As I say, it's a lot of different regions, which makes it sometimes it'll load a little slower than others. But it's well designed, as you can see. There's paths, there's footpaths, there's stairs. And the good thing about stairs sometimes is they hide other buildings. That means all the textures aren't trying to load at the same time. And this is really quite well designed. But say it's being such an old region, they know a lot of tips and tricks. This looks like a residential area, and I think I don't really want to get chased out of here by people wondering what I'm doing here. So we'll pop down here, and we'll just ignore any people because I'm not allowed to film other people under the terms of service of Second Life. Well, if I ask them permission I can, but actually I think that might be an NPC. Oh, it's a horse. Okay, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Now if we move back across, I'm completely lost. Ah, we're back here. Okay. I'm not lost at all. Hurrah! So I think we'll go straight ahead for a little while. I'm not going to spend all night here waffling on about this place because you need to explore it yourself, and I've run out of things to say already. There's an apothecary though, that's always worth seeing. See, and it's handily near the bar and hotel, so that's the right place for an apothecary. And now we will just see what is there. There's far too much here for me to be able to put into a small video. It would be an epic video and I'd have to write scripts to do it justice. So I'm just going to find somewhere I can settle. And then yeah, I think I'm running out of texture space as well. Now this is interesting. There's a police call box, and it's a steampunk version of a police call box, as we can see by the wheels. I don't know if I want to go inside and find out where that might take me. I think I'll try that another time. But the theme and the beauty of this place is, you know, the whole steampunk venture theme. And it works so well. It's so worth visiting. Now, what's this? Oh, no, we don't want to overlook at those. Those are bad for you people. It's not. Let's look at. That's a nice design. Now, ideally, these would all load. See, if I wasn't walking around so fast, these textures would load at a much nicer speed for me. But I'm in a rush. And I think I'm just going to try and get to a place that's convenient to stop. But if you do want to come here, remember, it's a place, it's called New Babbage, and I'm telling you, it's well worth a visit just to look at the sheer genius of a joint community and what they can build. And there's a lot more to it than I've seen. So take your time and pay a visit. Cheers.